Brothers. This ain't no game.
I feel like when I rewatch this garbage, I can hear the screams of thousands of children simultaneously as the first ever Mario movie opens with that iconic theme playing, and then it fades away. And then you hear a voiceover say, "A long, long time ago, the Earth was ruled by dinosaurs." What do you mean? Super Mario Bros. Stars Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo, Dennis Hopper, Samantha Mathis, and more as Mario, Luigi, the human Bowser, and Princess Daisy. So you know the way Mario was set in a parallel world which was created when the dinosaur-killing meteor turned up? And how in that world the dinosaurs then evolved into intelligent beings who look exactly like humans, even though they evolved from reptiles instead of mammals? And created Dino Hatton? And you know how, Bowser, in every Mario game, kidnaps Princess Daisy so that he can use her and the piece of meteorite she keeps around her neck to merge the human and Mushroom Kingdom worlds? And how it's not really a Mushroom Kingdom world. There's only a bunch of fungus and mushroom stuff there because her father, the king, played by Lance Henriksen, was devolved by Bowser. De-evolved into fungus. And how Mario and Luigi then come through a pipe into this world and basically mostly just spread anti-policing messages. Feel free to stop me at any point, by the way, by just bashing me over the head. There's a group of nuns opening a strange alien device to find a dinosaur egg, which hatches and a human baby comes out. In the opening 5 minutes of a Super Mario movie. Oh, okay. So, Mario and Luigi, definitely like a 20-year age gap between them. What do you mean? And, it's a good time to rewatch this, because if you thought the Super Mario Galaxy movie was awful trash, then it's good to remember that Hollywood can always do worse, okay? And they set up the gold standard for schlocky video game adaptation bollocks. Real early on, yeah. 1993, that's early in the process. That's when Doom came out. The part that hurts the most is the things they kept for the first animated Mario movie. Like they are a pair of Italian-American plumbers working in Brooklyn together who aren't getting on so well. And then they do get transported from underneath the city into the other world. It's painful that this film has actually set up some Mario Bros. Lore that just kind of sticks around through everything they've kind of done that involves lore since. That hurts. Yeah, don't worry though. Not just Mario and Luigi and Daisy and Bowser. You get to see all the classic Mario characters. Like a couple minutes of Toad. A little bit of Yoshi. Anthony Scapelli. Daniela Verducci. Sergeant Simon. Come on! The one stunning thing comparing this to the Chris Pratt film is that the modern film is the one that kept the color. This was set, for no real reason, set in a cyberpunk alternate reality world. Didn't need that to begin with, but given that you set it in a cyberpunky style world, you took out all the color? It's just so depressing to look at. And that would be fine if it was they go there and then they come back to Earth and Earth looks nicer. No. The vast majority of the film is set in this other world, and it just looks awful. It's just sad. It's just bleak. It's a Mario film. Super Mario. Yahoo! Jump. And it's a bleak film that looks tragically beige. Just that alone. What are you doing? There are some good things I will admit. They did, for instance, cut out the anti-Bowser rap song, which featured a bunch of scantily clad lizard dancers. Yeah, no, seriously, a few years ago they uncovered an extended cut of this film that had that in it. Somebody says motherfucker in that cut too. So even looking at this film, it still could have been worse, That's real. Go look it up. Actually, don't. If you told somebody the names of the characters from the Mario games, and that was all you told them about this franchise, this is the kind of shit they'd make. If you showed them a single frame from any Mario game that there has ever been, they would be able to do better than this. It's so depressing. There's no Bowser's Castle. There's no castles, really, at all. There's no... I mean, there's a whole, like, mushroom fungusy thing, like, invading the city. It never once looks like mushrooms. Yeah. What to say, you know? If this wasn't supposed to be a Mario movie, okay? If they just took all the names and changed them, and if they just made it its completely own separate thing, it would still suck. Like, it's not just the fact that it's meant to be an adaptation of a video game, which it looks and feels nothing like. It's also just a bad movie, and it's directed at kids. Do you know what happens in this film? Have you, like, seen this film recently? There is a scene where Bowser commands that Daisy be dolled up and brought up to him. And then when she's brought to him, he says to her in this children's film, "You're so fresh and so clean. Don't fight it." And he follows that up with, "You know what they say about little girls? They never forget the first time they're kissed by a lizard." People defend this film. That's probably the saddest thing. That people who saw this when they came out as children, they like this. I mean, some of them. The psychopaths. Like, I have films that I feel nostalgia for while admitting openly they are awful and I don't want to watch them again. Just because I saw them as a child does not mean I have to like them, okay? So there's no excuse for liking this film. Same way that there's no excuse for having made it. But let it be known that I am a man who gives credit where credit is due. They nailed Yoshi. It's just a fun little dinosaur guy, little 90s animatronic puppet. If you were to put Yoshi in live action even today, that is how I would want it done. And that's it. That's the end of the credit. That's the only credit there is to give. There is no other credit to give for this film. There are strippers and nightclubs and seemingly a whole anti-cop message. The part that hurts is most of this film takes place in this cyberpunk dystopian type of world. Therefore, there's no reason for not at least dressing people like their characters from the games. Like using bright colors and wacky costumes. Most of these people are just dressed like they are living in New York in the 90s. Which is unacceptable. Also, when Bowser's cousins get put through the evolve machine, their brains get made better or whatever, so they're meant to be really smart now. They get super communist immediately. What do they mean by that? Oh, and not to forget, when they are in the nightclub with all the strippers in this kid's film, Mario has to seduce Big Bertha, who's this big tall woman who like runs the nightclub and she's got the thing they need, so he's got to like go and seduce her, and he kisses her. That is a fish! It's a movie made for children, which is terrifying and traumatic to look at. Even for an adult. It has far too many jokes for adults. I'm all for making a film that's kind of directed at kids, but is like, has got little bits and bobs for adults in there, but there's strippers in this film. And yeah, I don't know what to say about this, apart from its incredible predictive abilities, because they use like guns as the controllers for their computers in that world, which is basically predicting the Nintendo Wii, which Mario is famous for. They do also show the Twin Towers being destroyed in an explosion. Which might be about as bad a bit of aging as a film could get. But there's nothing you can do about that. That wasn't there. Yeah, anyway. So it's just atrocious. It's not, I can't call it like the worst film of all time or anything, because it just feels really like one of those 80s, 90s pieces of schlock that's just dumb as hell. Ludicrous that it was marketed at children. But, like, it's just bad. It's just bad across the board, not, like, unwatchable. It's pretty bad. Anyway, I'm praying there's no need to ever watch this one again, and I'm giving Mary no 1.5 stars. You'd think that by now Hollywood would have just, like, learned that there are some things which are just violently not made to be films. But if there's like $5 to be squeezed out of it, they'll do it. Anyway, subscribe for new reviews every day.